evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for joining us tonight for Red Tornado Basketball on WKMC
And now our starting
13.
lineups for tonight's
Our starting lineups by PA announcer Greg Sakavich.
For our friends, the Tigers, East Juniata, a senior wearing number 1, Lexi Scott. A senior wearing number 2, Cypress Felton. A senior wearing number 12, Marissa Dudra. A junior wearing number 33, Grace Gibbs. And rounding out the Tigers lineup, a sophomore wearing number 10, Sarah Radcliffe. East Juniata is coached by Travis Quincy, Westfield, Chloe, Rogo, and Noah Radcliffe. And now, your starting lineups for your defenders, PIAA state champions, the Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes. A senior wearing number 5, Mia Chapman. A junior wearing number 21, Rachel Wojtkowski. A junior wearing number 24, Katie Wojtkowski. A junior wearing number 10, Jenna Pazzoli. And rounding out the Red Tornado lineup, number 42, Alyssa Reisinger. Tornadoes are coached by head coach Lisa Morano, assisted by Casey Lewis, Gary Spears, and Isabella Stella. All spectators are reminded that parking on any part of the upper level of school campus is prohibited, along with smoking on school ground. Violators of either of these infractions are subject to prosecution. Minor lavatories are located at the end of the ramp of the gym, and there is a concession stand operated by our girls basketball booster organization in the lobby as well. On behalf of both the Tigers, the Tornadoes, and District 4, thank you for your attendance and enjoy the game.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in tonight for Red Tornado Basketball on WKMC 13. I'm Aaron Demansky. Joining me in the booth is Tyler Hodge. Hodgie, Sack definitely hit the energy drink up before the game.
Hit it hard.
Hit it hard. Tornadoes coach Ferrano had a remarkable regular season, 14-4. They open up their playoff run in defense of the state title this evening on their home floor.
Yeah, Aaron, the opponent tonight is the East Juniata Tigers. They're coming in on 13-9 on a 4-game winning streak, and they come in as the 7th seed in District 4 AA first-round matchup. This is the first game for the Red Tornadoes since Valentine's Day matchup with Bloomsburg, and Bloomsburg won that game, a close one, 46-43.
Hey, here's your opening tip. Tornadoes will control. Mia Chapman handling it. Over to Rachel Wojtkowski. Working that perimeter, Pazzoli. Back to Wojtkowski, inside to Reisinger with the shot and 2 points.
That was a great look.
Early for the Big Red.
East Juniata came out there in a 2-3 zone. Mount Carmel looked to go inside and got a quick basket from Reisinger.
Pazzoli stealing it, goes out of bounds. Possession will stay with East Juniata.
After that basket, Mount Carmel came out in a full court press. They got the steal, just Pazzoli couldn't handle it, hit it off her foot. Mount Carmel goes into a 2-3 zone after the press.
Brackbill passing it over to Kudret, number 12 for the Tigers, handing off to Feltman. Cypress trying to get a look here. Gets it over to Hibbs. Feltman back to Hibbs, working that perimeter to Stuck. Feltman, Kudret. Tornadoes playing great defense, great defense by Chapman. They're almost with the steal. Tigers retain possession. Feltman to Stuck for the shot, no good. Rebound, Katie Wojtkowski. Number 2-4 bringing it up the floor. Kicks it out to Pazzoli. Reisinger back out to Pazzoli with a shot. Three-point basket.
Banks are open.
For Jenna Pazzoli. Tornadoes early 5-0 lead. 6.5 minutes left in the first.
6:01 here in Mount Carmel, but the Banks are staying open late.
Stuck. Passing it to Feltman. Back to Stuck. Looking inside. Kudret kicks it back out. Hibbs over in the corner.
Thought they might have had a steal there by Wikoski.
Feltman inside. Kudret with the bucket for the Tigers. 5-2 Big Red. Fast pace first quarter early. Rachel Wikoski looking to slow it down a little bit for the Red Tornadoes. Chapman over to Katie Wikoski. Pizzoli with the three-point shot. And it is good. Pizzoli with another three. That's her second of the game.
Allows Mount Carmel to get to that full court press.
Feltman to Stuck. Stuck with the shot. Rims out. Rebound Tornadoes, Katie Wikoski.
They're pushing. Mount Carmel looking to get the ball up the court quick. See if they go back to Pizzoli. See if she can go 3 for 3 early.
Reisinger out to Rachel Wikoski.
Nice move. Just a little off. That was a nice move by Wikoski there to get to the basket.
Rebound on that last shot was Kudret for East Juniata. They have possession. Stuck. Over to Kudret. Working that perimeter. Hibbs. Kudret with the shot, no good. Chapman with the rebound, pushing it up the floor. Mia with the shot. Just rims out. Tigers snag it. Feltman. Over to Hibbs, back to Feltman. Inside. Back inside. Kudret. Hibbs shot, no good.
Loose ball is going to be Mount Carmel's ball. Like you mentioned earlier, Aaron, fast-paced game. Both teams trying to get up and down the court, getting some open looks. Just East Juniata couldn't capitalize on that possession.
Rachel going to bring it up the floor for the Big Red.
And East Juniata is going to stay in the 2-3 zone.
Kicks over to her sister Katie, over to Chapman, inside to Reisinger. With the shot, and there's a foul.
You might have heard that smacking Coltmont.
Yeah, definitely both teams playing aggressive early on. Reisinger to the stripe for 2.
This could be Brackville's first foul tonight for East Juniata.
Alyssa hits the first. Got one more coming up. And sinks the second.
2 for 2.
10-2 lead for the Tornadoes. 4 minutes, 14 seconds remaining in the first. As East Juniata brings up the floor, we'd like to thank our sponsor for the first half of the girls' game, Colin Verano Law Office, located at 110 South Oak Street in Mount Carmel, specializing in all your legal and insurance needs.
That was a big foul shot by Reisinger for Mount Carmel and Coach Verano. Allowed Mount Carmel to get set back up in the press, and they got a turnover, and East Juniata got a quick timeout here. If you're Coach Verano, that's a quick 10 points for you to start the first quarter off. You got to be happy. They're going to keep looking to push the rest of the quarter and rest of the game.
Oh yeah, both teams very excited. District 4 AA quarterfinals. Winner of this one is going to get the winner of South Williamsport and Millville. They also play this evening. Tip in that game is 7 p.m. Tornado's going to have possession after the timeout. Chapman inbounding to Wikoski. Over to Everett. Corner Pizzoli for that 3. And Tigers are going to grab it. Lexi Stuck. And you're going to have Feltman bringing it up the floor, number 2.
Coach Verano went to the bench earlier. We've got Bryn Everett in the game and the younger Ava Chapman into the game for her sister Mia and Katie Wikoski. So some fresh legs in there for Coach Verano and Mount Carmel.
Stuck. Not seeing any openings. Gets over to Kudret, back to Stuck. Tornado defense all over this. Tigers looking for it. Stuck.
There's a trap. And they're going to... Mount Carmel had a great trap there. Almost got the steal, just knocked off Rachel Wikoski's leg. It's going to be East Juniata's ball underneath.
Feltman to inbound for the Tigers. Brackville kicks it out to Hibbs. Back inside to Brackville.
Loose ball. Oh, they're going to get a tie-up, and they're going to get a jump ball. It's going to stay East Juniata's ball. And Mia Chapman and Katie Wikoski are going to sub back in for Reisinger. And
number 40, Macy Buskey,
Rachel
is in
Wikoski.
for East Juniata.
There's some confusion there. Who was going out, Pozzoli or Wikoski? Wikoski went
Inbound
to
to
the bench.
Kudret with the shot. No good. Katie Wikoski snagging it. Gets it out to Bryn. And Jenna Pozzoli going to bring it up the floor for the Tornadoes. Dishes it to Chapman, working that perimeter inside.
Jenna, she's going to get a walk. She fell with the ball. East Juniata is playing good defense, so they're getting their hands on the ball, making some deflections from Mount Carmel, making it tough. But possession, turnover, stop of possession, gives Mount Carmel a set up in their full court press.
Feltman. Chapman's all over her. Both Chapman's all over
the trap.
her. They got it.
They got the steal.
Chapman to her sister.
Beautiful pass. That was a beautiful look by Chapman. Just going to capitalize on the layup.
Hibbs grabbing it for East Juniata. She dishes it off to Feltman. Number 2.
Great defense by Chapman. And she's going to get a backcourt violation. Chapman was all over that entire possession and forced the turnover. Great defensive possession there by Mia Chapman.
Chapman working that perimeter. Katie Wikoski to Ava Chapman with the shot. Mia Chapman with the rebound. No foul call. East Juniata grabbing it. They're throwing it up the floor. Lexi stuck, shooting it, and it does not connect. Pozzoli's getting that rebound for the Tornadoes. Tornadoes pushing it. Pozzoli to the hoop with the shot.
They're going to get a block call on East Juniata on the drive. I believe they're going to call it on the floor, though. I don't think he's going to give her the shooting. And that's the call. They're going to call it underneath.
Reisinger back into the game for the Red Tornadoes. Katie Wikoski going to inbound.
Little stall in scoring here. Mount Carmel had 10 points with 4 minutes left, and they haven't scored. And now Bryn Everett's going to go to the foul line to shoot 2. That foul is going to be on Hibbs. That's going to actually be her second of the night. So 2 quick fouls on Hibbs for East Juniata.
Everett to the stripe. First one is just short. She's going to have another one coming up. Rachel Wikoski, number 21, checking back in for the Tornadoes.
I like the rotation Coach Ferrano's using here. She's getting some girls in, some girls out quick, get a quick break, and some right back in.
Tigers going to retain possession after that loose ball fall on the free throw.
Allows Mount Carmel to set up the full court press, though.
Feltman, number 2, controlling. Chapman all over. Great defense tonight so far. Try to get the stuck. Buskey grabs it.
And there's the turnover. Mount Carmel
won.
won.
Turnover.
That's just great defense on it. Mount Carmel end. They're not leaving any room for East Juniata to breathe. Playing great defense.
Chapman inbounding to Rachel Wikoski. Inside to Reisinger. Shot no good. Buskey grabbing it, number 40 for East Juniata. And they're going to retain possession.
Mount Carmel's all over the defensive end in his first quarter. They are getting hands on the ball, forcing nothing easy for East Juniata, and they're going to get a foul. That happens when you play aggressive. They're going to get a quick foul there on Katie Wikoski. It's going to be her first. When you're Coach Verano and you're playing aggressive, getting steals, you'll take one here and there.
Feltman going to inbound. And she's going to control it. Suffocating defense by the Big Red.
There's a steal and a foul on East Juniata.
Chapman again doing a great job on defense, causing that turnover.
That's going to be Feltman's first, but turnover for Mount Carmel or a ball out of bounds for Mount Carmel. It's allowing them to get set up in their full court press, and it's working to Coach Verano's liking.
2-4, going to inbound to Bryn with the shot. We have another foul.
That foul's going to be on Bernard for East Juniata. It's going to be her first of the night.
Bryn's going to head to the stripe. Everett sinks the first. And a second. Increases the Red Tornadoes' lead to 10, 12-2, under a minute left in the first quarter. Tornadoes not letting up on defense. Suffocating, causing another turnover. Rachel Wikoski to steal to Mia Chapman. Back to Rachel. To her sister Katie, driving, shot. No good. Hibbs with that rebound. Feltman bringing it up the floor.
25 seconds left here in the first. See if East Juniata maybe just, oh, and they're
Chapman again, another steal.
As soon as I said they were going to hold for the last one, Chapman gets a steal and she gets fouled.
I'll tell you what, Chapman's balling out here in the first quarter. Amazing first period of play for number 5.
You can't say enough about Mount Carmel's defense early in this first quarter. That full court press is really getting East Juniata, and Mount Carmel is playing physical, getting some steals, and that's going to be number 33, Hibbs' third foul in the first quarter. So East Juniata is going to have to go to their bench for the remaining of the half, at least get Hibbs off the court for a little bit.
Chapman at the line for her first. This rims out. Reisinger with the rebound, putback, no good. And Buskey eventually grabs it. Tigers controlling up the floor. Feltman.
They're going to get the foul on Wikoski. And that's going to be Rachel Wikoski's first. So both Wikoski's picking up 1 foul each here in the first quarter. Pizzoli's going to check back in for Chapman here with the 3 seconds left in the first quarter.
Cypress Feltman going to inbound.
If you're Coach Verano, you don't want an easy one here. And Mount Carmel's not giving him an easy one. Knocks it out of bounds. East Juniata is going to retain possession.
Last shot of the quarter was by Kudret. That's the end of the first. Your score, Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes 12, East Juniata Tigers 2. Once again, we'd like to thank our first half sponsor, Cole and Verano Law Offices, located at 110 South Oak Street in Mount Carmel, specializing in all your legal and insurance needs. We'd like to thank them. We'll be announcing our sponsors for both games this evening throughout our broadcasts. And Hodge, that first quarter, Tornadoes opened up a 10-point lead, and the aggressive play is speaking volumes. Defending their state title starts tonight.
Yeah, if you're Coach Verano, you'll love what you saw in the defensive end from Mount Carmel. I mean, they scored a quick early 10. I think we mentioned it at the 4-minute mark when East Juniata called the timeout. It was 10-2, and after that timeout, there was only 4 points scored combined by both teams. Mount Carmel ended up with 12. East Juniata stayed with 2. And if you're Coach Verano, you got to be real excited with what you saw there in the first quarter with the full court press. I think they're going to stay in that. East Juniata with Coach Travis, I think he's going to come out. He's going to try to move the ball up the court a little bit. There are holes in the press if you find them. You just got to be careful with the ball and not make turnovers.
Tornadoes looking dangerous early on here in the District 4 quarters. Second quarter's underway. 10-point lead for the Big Red.
East Juniata stays in a 2-3 zone. They're not changing anything. They're going to stay in and make Mount Carmel try to go inside or hit some shots.
Rachel Wikoski looking inside to Reisinger, kicks out to Pizzoli, over to Chapman. Driving shot and a foul.
Little foul line. If you're East Juniata, you're getting close to being in foul trouble. They have 16 fouls already, and that's going to be foul is going to be on number 12. It's going to be her second. That's going to be Kudret, her second foul. And if you're Coach Verano on a foul, and Wikoski's sisters have 1 each, so you're in good shape there.
Chapman second, just rims out. East Juniata grabbing it.
No, they're going to get a hold, and I think that's going to be on Rachel Wachowski now. She's going to pick up her second. So Rachel Wachowski from Mount Carmel picks up her second foul tonight.
Tigers going to have it. Feltman working it up the floor. Chapman going to defend her.
Mount Carmel switches to a 1-3-1 zone here, with Chapman up top. That's the person you want up top to get the steals.
Kudret trying to get a look. Buskey, shot no good. We have a whistle.
Pizzoli's going to get a push on a block out underneath. It's going to remain East Juniata's ball, inbounding underneath. It's going to be Pizzoli's first of the night.
Feltman going to inbound for the Tigers. Kicks it into Buskey. Over to Stuck. Kudret with the shot. No good. Stuck grabbing it for the rebound. Feltman, shot. Also no good. Kudret, shot no good. Pizzoli grabbing it. Red Tornadoes working it up the floor.
East Juniata had a couple looks there. Get an offensive rebound, and they just couldn't capitalize. Mount Carmel right back up the court, though.
Reisinger to Pizzoli. Katie over to her sister Rachel. To Chapman. Inside to Reisinger.
Mount Carmel working the inside-outside game.
Witkowski on the wing. Working out. Top of the key. Over to Pizzoli. Brackville stealing it for the Tigers. Stuck.
Knocked out. Let's stay Mount Carmel's possession. Another turnover.
Couldn't control it. Goes out of bounds. And if you notice, the South Williamsport Mounties, the boys visiting team, are entering the gymnasium. That'll be a second half of our doubleheader this evening. Following the girls' action.
If you're Mount Carmel, you want to try to get Pizzoli hot here again. She hit 2 quick threes. They have her running baseline here to see to get her. There she is. Just off.
Just no good. Kudret, the rebound.
If you're Coach Verano, you want to get her hot. You want to get her going again. She had 2 quick ones in the first. That's the person you got to get going. Gonna get another foul on Katie Witkowski. It's going to be her second. Now, both Witkowski sisters both have 2. As we mentioned earlier, it was East Juniata with 6 fouls, and Mount Carmel only had 2. They picked up a quick 3 fouls here to start the second quarter already.
Yeah, it's almost like a byproduct of the aggressive defense.
Yeah,
Tornadoes all over it.
Yeah, if you're Coach Verano, you can't be mad because they're playing aggressive. They're going for steals. You know, you're going to get your tic-tac fouls here and there. But if you're playing aggressive, going for steals, and you're getting steals, you'll be happy with it.
Kudret with that last shot. Tigers going to retain possession.
It's going to be off Katie Witkowski. It's going to stay their ball.
For Bryn Everett and Ava Chapman back onto the floor for the Tornadoes. Feltman going to inbound number 2 for the Tigers. Gets it in to Brackville. Inside.
Nice look.
To Buskey, and Buskey has a 2-point basket.
That was a great look. Great look from East Juniata getting into the heart of the zone of Mount Carmel. They get a quick basket.
Cutting the lead to 8-12 for Pizzoli. Has it for the Big Red. To Everett, to Reisinger. Looking for something. East Juniata got a little aggressive. Gets a steal there.
I think if you're Coach Verano next time down, you want to get a timeout, regroup, talk to the girls here.
Brackville with that last steal, and Tigers trying to make something happen here. Feltman sinks it, cuts the lead to 6. So timeout taken, your score at the timeout, Red Tornadoes 12, Tigers 6.
That's great timeout there by Coach Verano. I mentioned it right before she did it. That's a great timeout by Coach Verano because Mount Carmel's got a little stalemate on offense here. They haven't scored in the last 4 minutes, and it's great for Coach Verano here to talk to the girls. Hey, they're still sitting in a 2-3 zone. We had 2 quick threes early in the first quarter. Let's get back to that possession. Let's run that play again. Try to get an open look. If not, look into Reisinger or work the inside-outside game. For East Juniata, you got to love what you're seeing. They're getting the ball up the court. They're getting some easy inside looks on the Mount Carmel's 2-3. After Mount Carmel gets in a full court press, they go back to a 2-3 zone, and East Juniata is finding the heart in the middle of that 2-3 zone, getting some easy baskets.
Oh yeah, the East Juniata fan base was very
excited.
Pumped up in the last 2 turnovers that were caused by the Tigers. And just going over at the timeout, it was a full timeout. This is the 2 seed versus the 7 seed this evening. Of course, MCA, the 2 seed, East Juniata, the 7 as the visitors. Winner of this one is going to be taking on the winner of South Williamsport girls, 3 seed, and Millville 6 seed. They also play this evening, tip at 7 p.m. Ball's back in play. Chapman sisters bring it up. Mia handling for the Red Tornadoes.
Coach Brown put both the Koski sisters on the bench after their both two quick fouls.
Mia with the shot. Pizzoli getting the rebound. Steal by Feltman. Tigers playing possessed right now. I mean, they have momentum on their side.
Gotta walk. Yep, they gotta walk. Moved her feet before she put the ball down. Walked with it. But if you're East Juniata, you're getting steals three times down the court last 3 times down the court. You're pretty happy with that, and they're playing a 2-3 zone. They're sitting back and making Mount Carmel try to force something inside. They're not doing anything crazy or unorthodox. They're just playing a 2-3 zone, making Mount Carmel work for it.
Chapman to her sister, working that perimeter. Pizzoli inside to Reisinger.
Believe they're going to get a hold before the basket on number 2, I believe he signaled.
You know, every possession, Reisinger is being doubled, if not tripled, when she gets that down inside. But fouls are being called.
She's going to get to go to the foul line here to shoot 1-on-1, though, for Mount Carmel.
Just rims out. Pizzoli with the rebound. Shot.
Just off again, too. East Juniata has a chance to cut this lead even shorter.
Brackbill grabbing that last rebound for the Tigers. They have it inside the Brackbill. Shot is good. Cuts the lead to 4, 12-8. Tornadoes still ahead. Chapman top of the key.
Great move by Blackville to get to the basket. Mount Carmel switched up there. They went a little man-to-man, and they just found a girl wide open, cut into the basket, made a good layup.
Pizzoli at the logo, kicks it over to Ava Chapman.
I like Coach Ferrano. You like to see Jenna Pizzoli. Get her an open shot. She's had some shots that didn't fall for her, hit off the back iron. There's
Chapman with the shot for 3. Good
box up
rebound,
by
shot. Chapman getting it. Whistle.
Walk. Thought maybe they were going to get a tie-up, get a jump ball there. Chapman just fell down with the ball, and that's a walk.
Katie Witkoski, number 24, checking back in for the Red. Feltman inbounding.
Coach Ferrano, you'll see your defense get some offense for you. Get some steals, get some easy layups. Offense ain't working in the 2-3 zone now, but when you're pressing.
Stuck got it over half court.
And she stepped out.
Yep. Great defense by Jenna Pizzoli on that last possession.
Like I was mentioning, if you're Coach Ferrano, you want to see get a steal there. Luckily for Mount Carmel, they got a turnover out of bounds, but you want to see if you get a steal from Chapman, get an easy layup, and get the spark back from Mount Carmel. Like I mentioned, they're a little stalemate. And you like to see Mount Carmel get an easy basket if you're Coach Ferrano.
Witkoski to Chapman, Witkoski.
Good
and
ball.
We have
movement.
a whistle.
Great ball movement by Mount Carmel there on that possession to get a shot and a foul. That's going to be Bernhardt's first foul tonight. First foul.
Ava going to head to the stripe. And sinks it. It's pretty cool. It happens a lot during the course of the game. We have time here at the foul to mention it. 2 sets of sisters on the floor for the Big Red. Chapman sisters and Witkoski sisters for Coach Ferrano.
And if you're Coach Ferrano, Coach Spears over there, that's the Chapman you went on the foul line. She's an 80% foul shooter on the year and just shot 100% there. Sank 2 out of 2. And there it is again for Coach Ferrano. Allows Mount Carmel to get set up in their press.
Tiger's going to work it up the floor. 14-8.
That's not where you want to go. There you get a foul. That's the bread and butter right there. You trap in the corner, you get a steal. Chapman's going to get to go to foul line and shoot a 1-on-1. Actually, it's going to be a double bonus. It's going to be 2 foul shots for Mia Chapman. But that's great. Like I mentioned, if you're Coach Ferrano, you want to get that full court press set up, and you want to get your defense to turn into some offense, and here's an opportunity right here.
Sinks the first, number 5. The only returning starter from that state championship squad last year, everyone else graduating. Here's her second. And she's playing like she won gold again tonight, Hodge.
2 for 2 there. That's great. It's great for the senior. You know, we mentioned earlier in our broadcast that she had an unfortunate knee injury. She was able to rehab and get back for the soccer season, and now she's back out there on the basketball court making an impact.
Heading to East Stroudsburg following graduation for soccer. Great multi-sport athlete for Mount Carmel area.
Mount Carmel got in that full court press. They got a tie up. It's going to stay East Juniata's ball.
Stuck inbounding. Feltman going to control for the Tigers.
He's going to walk. Thought maybe they're going to get a foul with a trip there, but must have walked before the trip. I think she said the same thing to the ref going up the court there. He said, "How's that not a trip?"
Chapman inbounding to Wikoski. Rachel going to bring it up the floor. 2 minutes, 32 seconds left till half. Rachel over to Katie. To Mia. Inside the Reisinger.
Oh, I thought they had Pizzoli there under the basket. She had a great seal on her defender. I thought she was going to have a layup. They just missed her.
Chapman with the shot. Sinks
Great
it.
take.
Increases the lead back to double digits. 18-8 for the Big Red. 2 minutes, 13 seconds remaining until half.
East Juniata's going to take a quick 30-second timeout there. Mount Carmel went on a little spark there. Got some points. Got some easy baskets that, like we mentioned, that Coach Verano wants to see. You don't want to see the hard baskets, seeing girls getting fouled, throwing up threes. Get the easy ones that you can take, and they're capitalizing right now to here to end the second quarter.
Yeah, back to double-digit lead for the Big Red. We talked about our side of the bracket for District 4 AA. The other side, you have the #1 seed Heartland Conference champion Southern Columbia Tigers, and also Northeast Bradford, the 4 seed, Muncie, the 5 seed. So things are definitely going to be interesting in these playoffs. Red Tornadoes doing well so far, as advertised, defending state champs. 18-8, 2:13 left until the break.
And I think Coach Verano might have been telling the girls they're here. There's 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. Give a hard push here for 2 minutes. Get a break at halftime. Let's increase this lead a little bit and feel a little bit more comfortable about our halftime lead.
Chapman, again, all over on defense.
Kick ball. That was a great defense possession by Chapman and Wikoski. They got a kick ball, almost got a turnover, got a steal. I think Rachel Wikoski was going back to her soccer days there for a minute with the kick.
Feltman inbounding to Stuck. The 1-2 backcourt combo for East Juniata all night. Ooh, errant pass, Reisinger grabs it, kicks it up to Pizzoli. Katie along the perimeter, back to Pizzoli. To Mia, over to Rachel, back to Mia. Inside Reisinger. East Juniata got a hand
Good
on
knockaway
it.
by East Juniata.
Feltman having it whistle.
A couple bodies fell to the floor there. They're going to get a foul on Mount Carmel. It's going to be East Juniata's ball underneath. It's going to be on. It's going to be on number 21, Rachel Wikoski, her third foul of this half. Mount Carmel having some foul trouble here in the late second quarter.
Brackbill out to Stuck, back to Brackbill.
And she walked, shuffled her feet before she put the ball down, and that allows Coach Verano to get Rachel Wikoski out of there with her third foul before it happened. Don't pick up a fourth foul and then have to sit for most of the third quarter.
Ava Chapman checking back in, going to inbound to her sister Mia. 1 minute, 25 seconds remaining until half. 18-8, MCA.
And East Juniata sitting in a 2-3 zone still. I mean, it didn't work too much in the first quarter for them, but it started clicking in the second quarter. Forcing Mount Carmel to take some shots they're not comfortable with.
Nice jump on a ball there by Kudra for the Tigers.
They almost got a steal there for East Juniata. That would have been a big steal. Might have had a chance at a layup there with 1:08 to cut the lead. But it's going to stay Mount Carmel's ball.
Number 20, Sydney Reed checking in for the Red. Her first action tonight. Been doing great off the bench for Coach Verano this season. Inbounds to Chapman. Back to Reed. Another nice break.
No knockaway. They're jumping their passes there. Be interesting to see if Coach Verano sees that and maybe tries a backdoor slip by one of the girls going to the basket since they're overplaying, jumping at the ball. Might have a chance to go backdoor and get an easy layup. That might be a halftime adjustment, though, for Coach Verano and the Big Red.
Chapman inside to Reisinger.
Nice
Driving
move.
shot.
Beautiful
and
move.
it's good.
Little up and under.
2 for 42. 20-8. Red Tornadoes leading. 40 seconds left until the half. Busky. Tipped by Ava Chapman. Mia driving to the hoop and a score. 22-8.
Quick 6 points for Mia Chapman, the senior. It's mentioned earlier, that's not where you want to go in a full court press. You want to stay out of the corner, and Mount Carmel gets a turnover. Tried to pivot and stepped out of bounds. Mount Carmel's going to have possession with 18 seconds. See if Coach Verano and the Big Red are going to hold for the last shot.
Chapman's passing it back to each other. Ava going to handle. We're at 10 seconds to Pizzoli. Reed, Chapman. Pass goes out of bounds. Tigers going to have it. 2.4 left until the break.
For Coach Verano here, you don't want to see any fouls. You have 16 fouls. You get a silly foul here with 2.4. They're going to go to the foul line and shoot a 1-on-1 before the half. For Coach Verano, you want to keep up the pressure. Just don't foul.
Feltman going to inbound. She launches it. Intercepted by Reed.
And she has a shot.
Oh,
Just off.
just off. Your halftime score. Mount Carmel Area Red Tornadoes 22. East Juniata Tigers 8. Once again, we would like to thank our first half sponsor, Colin Verano Law at 110 South Oak Street in Mount Carmel, specializing in all your legal and insurance needs. We'll be back for the second half.
We'll be having our drawing.
I'd like to welcome you back and thanks for tuning in tonight for the girls quarterfinal AA matchup. Mount Carmel area leading East Juniata at the half, 22-8. We'd like to one more time thank our first half sponsor, Cole & Vrano Law Office at 110 South Oak Street in Mount Carmel, specializing in all your legal and insurance needs. Hod, you want to break down first half stats for us?
Yeah, for Coach Vrano at Mount Carmel, she has a bunch of people scoring for her, all 5 starters. Alyssa Reisinger leads the team with 6 points and 3 rebounds, also followed by Jenna Pozzoli with those 2 threes in the first quarter has 6 points, and then Mia Chapman with all those steals has 6 points. For East Juniata, there's a handful of girls with 2 points for their 8, so a little bit of scoring everywhere.
Third quarter underway. Tornadoes have it. Reisinger to Chapman.
East Juniata stayed in their 2-3 zone. Didn't change anything for the half on the defense end.
Reisinger with the shot and sinks it. 24-8 early in the third.
Tell you what, the first possession there for Mount Carmel, Reisinger looked more mobile there, moving around on the zone defense. They were trying to get her more involved instead of having Pozzoli run the baseline. They were having Reisinger a little triangle set there and got her a shot at the elbow.
She just stole it off of Kudret too. Tornadoes working it up the floor.
Big impact for Reisinger already to start the third. 2 points and a steal.
Pozzoli top of the key, dishes it off to Rachel Witkowski, to Katie, to Chapman.
If you notice for Mount Carmel here, they start Reisinger in the high post now. They have her at the foul line and they have her slide back and forth. And they're going to get a steal, East Juniata.
Nice jump by 33, Grace Hibbs, and a whistle.
Mount Carmel just got a little lazy with the pass there. Made an errant pass. Great play by the East Juniata defender to jump and get it up the court and get a foul.
Feltman going to inbound as she has all night. Gets to Brackbill. Back to Feltman, can't control it, goes out of bounds. Tornado's going to have it. 24-8, 6 minutes, 50 seconds left in the third. Tornado's going to bring it up the floor, and we'd like to thank our second half sponsor, the Academy Sports Center, 18 South Oak Street in Mount Carmel. Chapman with the shot and sinks the 3 ball for number 5, opening up that lead 27-8. Big night for the senior, number 5.
I was going to say, for her.
And steals it, almost.
Pozzoli almost stole it there. I was going to mention before that was Mia Chapman for 3. Usually it's her younger sister shooting at threes, and you could tell by the crowd's reaction to her. They were very impressed with that three-pointer from the senior Mia Chapman.
Stuck shooting it, no good. Hibbs rebound, fight underneath for the ball, and it's going to be a jump ball.
Mia Chapman only shooting 16% from the three-point line this season, so that's a very big uplift if you're Mount Carmel and Coach Verano.
Oh yeah, well it's the playoffs now, Hodge.
You got to step up, right? I mean, you're senior, you don't want your season to end. They're going to get a foul there. That's going to be on Mia Chapman. That's going to be her second.
Stuck going to inbound to Brackbill. Hand off to Feltman.
Chapman all over there. Not allowing any easy passes.
Feltman with that last shot goes out of bounds. No one touches it. Tornado's going to have it. Chapman inbounding to Witkowski. Witkowski's passing it back and forth to Chapman.
There they go. They bring Reisinger back up to the high post. And she's following the ball.
Try to work it inside to Reisinger. There is a whistle.
I think they're going to get that one on Reisinger for a push in the back. That's going to be Reisinger's first.
Tiger's going to inbound Hibbs. Into Feltman.
Mount Carmel stays in her full court press. Making East Juniata push the ball up the court. And
they steal it. Oh, out of bounds.
No, they did get a steal. Knock away. It's going to be off East Juniata's number 2, Feltman.
Nice defense by Rachel Witkowski.
Great hands. Mentioned earlier in the broadcast. I think she's up there with cousin Jay working in the dough with the Hollywood. Getting those hands quick.
She's going to control it for the Big Red. Chapman over to Katie. Jump on it by Feltman, who gets it for the Tigers. Nice dribble by her, too. Shoe falls off and there's a whistle.
Oh, Mount Carmel touched it. Katie Wikoski lost her shoe, but she touched the ball while she was out of bounds. And it's going to stay East Juniata's ball. Lost her shoe, but still stayed with the ball and got a hand on it.
Pizzoli, nice jump on the inbounds pass, and there's a jump ball.
If there is a loose ball, there's always a Mount Carmel girl on the floor for the ball. It's very impressive for Coach Verano. They must have some type of drill they do at practice that they dive on the floor, because every time the ball's out or lost possession, Mount Carmel girls are on the floor fighting for that ball.
I think Coach Spears told me that was called the strong longhorn drill. They work at practice.
I could see where he got that one from.
Wikoski and Tigers are going to take over possession. Hibbs to inbound.
Mount Carmel switching up their full court press here. They're going to go back to it. 1-2-2.
Working it up to Brackbill. Trying to inside. Loose ball. Tornadoes have it. Katie Wikoski to Chapman to Reisinger.
Beautiful pass.
Finishing
Beautiful
and the bucket.
Pass. Beautiful pass by Wikoski there to Reisinger.
Two more for number 42, Alyssa Reisinger. 29-8 Tornadoes. Brackbill with the shot. No good. Reisinger grabbing it. Working it up. Rachel Wikoski. Katie Wikoski shot. Rebound Chapman. Put back no good. Brackbill for East Juniata. Moving it. Over to Stuck with the shot. No good.
Short. I think that's going to bleed off Mount Carmel. Out of bounds. Off Mount Carmel. Coach Verano going to her bench here.
Ava Chapman, Bryn Everett back in for the Big Red.
Alyssa Reisinger going to get a much-needed break there. She is playing huge here for Coach Verano and Mount Carmel in the third quarter.
Tigers going to inbound. Feltman shot, no good. Rachel Wikoski. Rebound. Working it up. Past half court over to Pizzoli. Taking it to the hoop. Shooting. No whistle. Tigers getting it.
Good drive by Pizzoli. No contact there, because I think for East Juniata, number 10, Brackbill was straight up. Jenna Pizzoli kind of drew the contact, but
Hibbs to the hoop, passing it.
beautiful pass.
Kudret with the bucket.
Beautiful pass there for East Juniata.
Grace Hibbs with that nice pass, assisting it to Kudret. Double digits on the board for the Tigers, 29-10. Tornadoes still leading. Pizzoli, three-point shot. Everett grabbing a rebound. Tries to save it. Pizzoli tries to save it.
Pizzoli's going to be on the line there. She stepped out.
Stuck on the inbound. Feltman gets it back. She saw Chapman creeping up there on defense.
Thought about it twice. Almost forgot she had Wikoski on her hip.
Stuck to Feltman. Brackbill. Feltman. Kudret, no good. She gets the rebound. Pizzoli trying to steal it. Jump ball.
That's going to stay East Juniata's ball, and Coach Verano's going to get Reisinger back in the game for Jenna Pizzoli. East Juniata sets up in a box set, and a screen away. Mount Carmel recovers, though. They had her open on an inbound play. Mount Carmel recovers, though.
Three-point basket for number 1, Lexi Stuck. 29-13, Tornadoes leading. 2:22 on Tuesday, left in the third quarter.
Mount Carmel going with some high ball screens. And a turnover. Reisinger stepped out. Couple turnovers there for Mount Carmel. Last possession's down.
Hibbs going to inbound to Feltman. Chapman right there. She gets it back to Hibbs. Hibbs over half court.
Loose ball. Loose ball. Loose ball. Okay. I was waiting for the whistle there. They had a lot of hands on the ball there, but I think the reason why the whistle was delayed was their backs were towards the official. He couldn't really see who had possession or if anyone had possession. That's going to be Mount Carmel's on a jump ball.
Tornado's going to inbound at Chapman. To Wikoski. 21 gets it over to Ava Chapman. Everett.
They're trying to look to go into Reisinger here. Tried to, just got knocked away.
Brackbill with the steal. She's taking it to the hoop and a shot. No good. Everett grabbing that rebound for the Tornadoes. Wikoski getting out of that mess, working it up the court. Gets it out to Chapman, over to Everett. Everett with the shot.
Just strong.
Hibbs grabbing that board for East Juniata. She's going coast to coast here. Slows it up a little bit, kicks it back out.
I know it's not Coach Verano, Mount Carmel's strength to slow it down, but I think with a 29-13 lead here with a little over a minute left, you want to slow it down if you're Mount Carmel.
Kudret,
There's East
three-point
Juniata
basket.
Couple turnovers, and East Juniata's capitalizing.
3-point basket for number 12, Marissa Kudret. Cutting that lead, 29-16, just over a minute left in the third. Everett looking for an opening over to Chapman. Wikoski inside to Reisinger, making a move.
No foul, no call.
Hibbs getting it again, throwing it up, stuck.
40 seconds left here.
East Juniata going to retain possession.
Mount Carmel got a little sloppy here with the last 2 minutes. Allowed East Juniata to crawl back a little bit. See if they can get a stop. And they're going to get a hand check on Mount Carmel. It's going to be East Juniata's ball underneath. And they're going to get that on Alyssa Reisinger. It's going to be Alyssa Reisinger's second foul for Coach Verano, Mount Carmel.
Tigers inbounding. Kudret stuck.
Short corner.
Hibbs with the basket.
Short corner jumper.
2 points for number 33. Gracie Hibbs.
Mount Carmel's going to hold for the last shot. Rachel Koski calls out last shot as she brings it up the court.
Wikoski over to Chapman. To Everett. To Wikoski.
Oh, they had Chapman cutting to the basket.
Chapman with the shot. No good. Loose ball. Hibbs trying to knock it out there. That is the end of the third quarter. Your score, Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes 29. East Juniata Tigers 18. We once again would like to thank our second half sponsor, the Academy Sports Center, located at 18 South Oak Street in Mount Carmel, featuring athletic apparel and sports memorabilia for local teams and organizations. They do professional custom printing on almost anything brought into the store fixture in the Mount Carmel community, the Academy Sports Center.
Yeah, as you mentioned, 29-18 here. It's going to be to start the fourth quarter for Mount Carmel. They started off the third quarter hot, got Alyssa Reisinger going quick, but East Juniata answered the punch, and they fought right back in it. 29-18, I think, I mentioned Coach Verano would have liked to see some of the turnovers not have so many turnovers there in the third quarter as they did, and with the last 2 minutes. And East Juniata, they're playing aggressive defense, getting to the heart of Mount Carmel's defense and getting some easy baskets, and we have a ball game going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, we have one more period to go. As we mentioned earlier, it is Tuesday. It is February 22nd, 2022, and Mount Carmel area is the 2 seed. So I think things might be on our side here, anything the fourth stanza for the Big Red.
If you're Coach Verano and Mount Carmel, you like that omen. But East Juniata is going to have the ball to start the fourth quarter with a chance to cut into this lead and get into single digits.
Feltman going to inbound. Brackbill, number 10, controlling passing.
Helps
to
with
Hibbs.
the ball fake.
Hibbs hits it.
With a great ball fake, pump fake.
And number 33, Gracie Hibbs, really
playing big here.
coming on fire.
She had 3 fouls to start the second half, and she has not picked up one, and she has scored 4 points for East Juniata. We're going to get 3-second call, Mount Carmel. That's going to be another turnover for Mount Carmel.
That whistle was just before the Pozzoli shot for the Big Red. Tigers cutting that lead to 9, 29-20. Early on in the fourth, Grace Hibbs bringing it up the floor. Nice defense, stealing it by Ava Chapman. Pass it to her sister Mia. The shot, no good. There is a whistle.
They're going to get a foul on Alyssa Reisinger there on a box out. They're going to get her with a push. That's going to be Mount Carmel's 15th foul of the second half, while East Juniata has 0 team fouls. A little interesting if you're Coach Verano there to see five fouls on you guys, 0 for the other team when it's been aggressive both ways.
Hibbs working it in for the Tigers. Trying to get up the floor.
They're fouling
Tornadoes.
Reisinger. That's going to be Reisinger's 4th foul. I think that might have been an anger foul for Alyssa Reisinger. I think she was a little mad as she got the foul called into the basket on a box out, and that was just a little anger left over from that call. And she's going to have to go to the bench here with her 4th foul with 7 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Bryn Everett taking her spot in the lineup for the Tornadoes. Tigers have it. Brackbill.
It's hard to believe Mount Carmel led 27-8 at one point of this game.
Stuck to Kudret. Tornadoes defense like glue still. Feltman with the shot. Off the backboard, no good. Pizzoli snagging it to Chapman.
There goes Chapman. Dribbling through the defense. Oh, gets so. Coach Verano's going to get a quick timeout there. That was a great timeout by Coach Verano. She's going to get a full timeout before there was a turnover or a throwaway or a missed layup from Mount Carmel. It's going to be a full timeout for Coach Verano on Mount Carmel.
Yeah, start of the 4th quarter here just got very intense quick. The Tigers got hot, especially number 33, Grace Hibbs. They cut the lead to 9, but Tornadoes still have a 9-point lead. 6 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the ball game. Looks like we're going to have a dandy down to the wire here, Hodge.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting what Coach Verano does here because Alyssa Reisinger with 4 fouls in the 4th quarter. You don't want to lose her, and you don't want to put her back in too early with a chance to lose her with a 29-20 lead. Keep the lead now. If you don't need her, leave her sit for a minute or two. Let some time run off and get her back and go hard for the last 4 minutes of the game. But if you're Coach Verano, you got to look to go to Pizzoli then, or see if you can get Chapman hot again.
And we said earlier, it's now the playoffs. A lot of girls on the floor know it's win or go home. So everyone's playing.
That's right. Mount Carmel's going to have possession here, so see if Coach Verano Coach Spears drew up one of his plays out of the timeout here. I know he's the guru over there drawing with the clipboard on the plays on the sideline, so see if he can come up with a good one here to get Mount Carmel an easy look and extend the lead.
Everett going to inbound to Witkoski. Chapman. Corner to Pizzoli. Chapman. Tornadoes working that perimeter. Witkoski. Over to Mia.
East Juniata is not doing anything crazy. They're just sitting in a 2-3 zone. They're extending it a little bit. But Mount Carmel's just passing the ball around, making some silly passes, having some turnovers.
Witkoski, 3-point shot. It's off the rim. Kudret snags it.
And they're going to get another foul on Mount Carmel. That's going to be a 1-on-1 for East Juniata. Like we mentioned earlier, it's 17 fouls for Mount Carmel here in the second half. The East Juniata 0. It's hard to believe. I mentioned both teams are playing very aggressive. You'd think it would, be a little even, but Mount Carmel playing a little bit more aggressive and picking up the fouls here in the second half.
Kudret to the stripe for the Tigers, 1-on-1.
And that foul is going to be on Pizzoli. It's going to be her second.
Shot no good. Katie Witkoski getting it. 24 at the Tornado logo. Gets over to Chapman. Back over to Katie. Inside to Pizzoli. Pizzoli shot. And sinks it.
Beautiful move by
and
Jenna Pizzoli. Put the ball on the floor, turned around, and got to the basket. She's going to go to the foul line to shoot an and 1 for Mount Carmel. Jenna Pizzoli on the year is a 68% foul shooter for Mount Carmel.
She sinks it. Number 10 doing a great job. Kind of an unsung hero tonight for the Big Red. Doing anything they ask her to do, underneath, outside, all over the place. And on that last possession, getting some points. Getting the lead back up to 12. It's 32-20. 5:58 left in the ball game.
That's a good timeout there by East Juniata. He just called the timeout there after he gave up a 3-point play. I think he just wants to talk to the team here. Let's get back to what we were doing. Don't change anything up here if you're Coach Brown. I think you come back out in the full court press. Stay in it. Just tell your girls to be aggressive, but don't be over aggressive. Try to get a steal, get an easy basket, try to ice this game and extend the lead here with 5 minutes and 58 seconds left.
Yep.
But if you're Mount Carmel, Coach Brown too, you also have to remember you have 7 fouls. So anytime you foul again, East Juniata is going to the foul line to shoot 1-on-1.
5:58 left in this one. It's just after 7 p.m. So the other games in District 4 AA are going to be tipping off shortly after the 7 o'clock hour. Red Tornadoes, East Juniata, the winner of this one will take on the winner of South Williamsport and Millville at a future date to be determined. And once again, we would like to thank Academy Sports Center, 18 South Oak Street, Mount Carmel, for sponsoring this second half.
And Mount Carmel gets in their full court press, like we mentioned.
Feltman trying to get up the Hibbs.
That might have been off her foot. And it's going to be Mount Carmel's ball. There it is, right after the timeout. Coach Verano got him in the full court press, gets a turnover.
Yeah, she was looking for Hibbs, but Brackbill ended up grabbing it, went off her foot. Tornadoes have it. Witkoski working it up the floor.
East Juniata just staying in the 2-3 zone. They're jumping to pass a little bit coming out, but you know, it's not unusual for Mount Carmel to see this.
Pizzoli, three-point shot, hits the rim.
Good
Brackbill
fight by Witkoski.
Pizzoli, shot again.
There's Jenna Pizzoli, like you mentioned, the unsung hero. There she is, fighting for an offensive rebound, getting a foul, going to the foul line to shoot two. Great offensive rebounds by Rachel Witkoski there, and then Jenna Pizzoli to cap it off to go to the foul line to shoot two. And that's going to be Brackbill's third of the night for East Juniata.
Pizzoli hits the first. And number 10 gets one more. Second one rims out. Everett tried to snag it for the Big Red, but it went out.
There's a great fight by Bryn Everett there. I thought she was going to get the offensive rebound, just off her fingertips, out of bounds to East Juniata.
Feltman throwing it in. Tornadoes are ready on defense. She's trying to break it. Gets past the initial line. Tiger's going to maintain possession.
Bryn Everett with the knockaway, almost had a steal. Playing big minutes while Alyssa Reisinger went to the bench with her fourth foul.
Brackbill over to Hibbs. Kudret with the shot off the rim. Pizzoli snagging it. Kicks it up to Chapman. She's going. Mia Chapman to the hoop. Just off the rim. Witkoski rebound and basket.
Her first 2 points of the night are huge right there. Smallest girl on the court gets an offensive rebound, puts it back up, and gets her first 2 points of the night.
35-20, Tornadoes, 4:52 left.
And she gets a steal. Huge spark here for Mount Carmel. She can capitalize. Huge spark.
Witkoski back-to-back buckets for the Big Red. 4 straight points for number 21.
The smallest, not taking away from her, the smallest girl on the floor just got an offensive rebound, put it back up, and got a quick steal and got the layup from Mount Carmel.
Feltman doesn't control it. Everett grabs it. Tornadoes have it again.
Great 2 possessions there for Mount Carmel. And they're going to slow it up a little bit.
Chapman to Everett. Whistle.
They're going to get a foul on number 10 for East Juniata, Black Bill, and it's going to be her 4th of the night.
Reisinger coming back, and also Ava Chapman onto the floor for the Tornadoes, coming in for Mia Chapman and Katie Witkoski. Pizzoli going to inbound.
Carmel on a box set. And a screen away.
Everett shot, and it is good. 2 points for Bryn Everett.
A couple huge baskets there for Mount Carmel by Rachel Witkoski and Bryn Everett.
Tigers. Brackbill. Everett saves it into Pizzoli.
See if Mount Carmel slows it up here a little bit if they get Rachel Witkoski to point guard the ball.
Pizzoli to Chapman. Working that perimeter. Rachel Witkoski calling for Chapman. Gets it to her. Over to Everett with the shot. And it's good. Bryn Everett back-to-back.
Short corner.
Buckets. Last 4 points for number 4, senior Bryn Everett.
She's up to 6 points on the night for Mount Carmel. That's a huge spark for Coach Verano off the bench. Like I mentioned, she was playing huge minutes for Alyssa Reisinger. Ooh, and there's
Reisinger stole it up to Ava Chapman. Bucket is good. Tornadoes cruising 43-20. 3:19 left in your ball game. Kudret to the hoop. Brackbill, it is good. Tornadoes going to slow up a little bit. Witkoski commanding. Over to Chapman on the wing.
Right now, if you're Mount Carmel, you don't want to force anything. You want to get a good look. And they're going to get, thought they were going to get one. Good defense there by East Juniata. Got a steal.
Kudret and Witkoski intercepts it. Whistle.
Oh, I thought they were going to get that foul on East Juniata. Unfortunately, they're going to get on Mount Carmel, number 21, Rachel Wikoski. It's going to be her third. That was a little late call there. Huh? Rachel Wikoski almost had a layup at the basket, and they were blowing the whistle, calling the foul. It's going to be 1-on-1 for East Juniata.
They were on delay. 21, Katie Becker checking in for the Tigers, along with number 40, Macy Buskey, back in for East Juniata.
Like you mentioned, Rachel Wikoski almost had the layup there, and they called the foul, and they must have called her on the push.
Feltman to the stripe. Hits it. Cuts the lead to 20, 43, 23, 2:47 left. Cypress, second shot coming up. And second one rims out, Everett grabbing it. Chapman, senior, bringing it up the floor. Inside to Everett to Reed. Reed with the shot. No good. Tornado's going to maintain possession.
Good drive there by Reed from Mount Carmel. Like I mentioned, if you're Coach Verano with the 43-23 lead, you don't want to force any shots, but she had an opportunity to lay up there, just got knocked away.
Reed inside to Reisinger with the bucket.
Great pass, great finish by Alyssa Reisinger.
Feltman was backing up from Chapman's D there. 40. Buskey kicking it out.
Ooh, and they're going to get a foul on a three. Sydney Reed's going to get a foul on number 1 for East Juniata. Stuck. You gotta let her land. I think that's the call there. If she goes up for a three-point shot, you gotta let her land cleanly. She's boxed her out a little too quick. She lands on her 2 feet, and then you get the box out. That's clean, but I think she got her before she landed there, and that's where the call came from.
Stuck was the shooter. She's going to head to the line. Two more shots for Lexi. Hits the second.
Mount Carmel's going to go to their bench. Get Alyssa Reisinger and Ava Chapman. Much needed break.
Soski and Burkowski into the game for the Big Red. Stuck missing the third. Kudret tried to put back, and Everett grabbing it again, like you said, Hodge. Chapman bringing it up the floor. Just under 2 minutes remaining in the ball game.
Coach Verano went to her bench her a little bit. I think she just, kind of run a motion offense, kind of pass the ball around. If you get to the basket, take the easy look, but East Juniata is going to get a turnover.
Buskey working it up to Kudret. She's looking for help.
I was going to say she walked there. So it might have got a foul there on Burkowski, but then a little bump, then got away with the push and then walked.
Reed going to inbound.
Coach Verano has some players in there that I haven't seen a lot of time this year, but have been great with practice and great with the team, so they're going to maybe try to get them an easy basket with a motion offense here, pass and cut through. Move the ball, don't hold on to it. Try to see if you can get an easy look.
Everett out to Reed, over to Chapman. Back to Reed. Soski back to Reed, working it back around. Chapman. Number 5 driving dish to Soski, and a bucket for number 33. 2 points for Sarah Soski.
That's like I mentioned. Like maybe Chapman knew Soski got into the game there, and you don't want to force her into doing anything. You want to get her an easy basket. She found her right underneath the basket and got an easy layup.
Becker controlling for the Tigers, number 21. She shoots it. No good. Chapman with the rebound. Tries to get up to Everett. Saves it. Buskey grabs it for East Juniata. 40 seconds remaining. Tigers have it. Feltman with the shot.
Nice shot there by Feltman.
2-point bucket, 47-26 with 30 seconds left.
Mount Carmel here, he might just dribble it out, get it up past half court, pass it around, don't foul.
Chapman 3 back to Chapman. Senior leader going to hold it here for the Tornadoes. Works it over to Reed. And the Red Tornadoes appear like they're going to hold it as the clock ticks down. Fitting at number 5, Mia Chapman, controlling it here at the end of the game for the Red Tornadoes. And that will be your ball game. The defense of the state championship going awesome in the opening round of District 4 AA playoffs for the Red Tornadoes. Final score, Mount Carmel area Red Tornadoes 47, East Juniata Tigers 26. We'd like to thank our sponsors for the girls basketball broadcast tonight. One more time, Colin Verano Law at 110 South Oak Street in Mount Carmel, specializing in all your legal and insurance needs, and the Academy Sports Center, 18 South Oak Street, also in Mount Carmel. They feature athletic apparel, sports memorabilia for local teams and organizations, professional custom printing on almost anything that you'd bring into the store. And we have to give a big time thanks to them, because without their support, we would not be on the air tonight. Hod, you want to do some stats?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if your coach Verano, they were scoring all around, with Alyssa Reisinger leading the team with 12, followed by Jenna Pozzoli with 9, and the senior Ava Chapman with 9. I think if you're Coach Verano, there, it was all around scoring for Mount Carmel. I mean, it really imposed their will there in the second half and the fourth quarter with their full court press.
And if you're tuning in, we are going to be broadcasting the second game of the playoff doubleheader here at the MCA Gym coming up in 14 minutes and change. The boys will open up their playoff march against South Williamsport. Before we log off this broadcast, we'd like to thank WKMC, Mr. Dave McPhee, Mr. Gary Tresker, and the students who brought you tonight's game. Alyssa Tresker, Sam Zatney, Hannah Forspring, Lucas Lubinsky, Dominic Tamborelli, and Jaylyn Gonzalez. They're doing an awesome job for us all season and tonight, and they stepped it up for the playoffs. Hopefully you enjoyed the broadcast at home.
Yeah, we'll see you just a quick, short 14 minutes.
And we'll be back for the boys in 14 minutes. It is a great night to be a Red Tornado.